Good afternoon. This is algebraic expression, and today's subtopic is indices. I hope you know about indices, and today we are going to study about the negative and fractional indices. Before we start this topic, I hope you remember the laws of indices. That is, if a is to the power m multiply a is to the power n, this equals to a is to the power m plus n. And if this sign is division, then this is m minus n. Another third law was a is to the power m to the power n is equal to a is to the power m multiply n. Means one number is inside the bracket, one is outside the bracket. You know it very well. Now what we are going to read is negative and fractional indices. First we talk about the negative indices. So that is, if a is to the power minus m, then it is equal to 1 over a is to the power m. For example, if I write x to the power minus 5, so this is equal to 1 over x to the power 5. And if I write x to the power minus 1, this is equal to 1 over x to the power 1. So this negative sign means 1 over. This is a negative. One more important rule about indices is, if power 0, a is to the power 0, this is equal to 1. I hope you know that anything power 0 is equal to 1. So for example, 8 is to the power 0, that is 1. 1 over 7 is to the power 0, this is also 1. What about 0 is to the power 0? Is it going to be 1? Check this and let me know. Now our most important rule is, that is, a to the power 1 over m. This is in the form of a fraction. So that will be a is to the power mth root, not a is to the power, the mth root of a. For example, if I am having 3 is to the power 1 over 5, it means this is a fifth root of 3. This we write a very small number. This is the fifth root. This is a second root. This is a third root, fourth root, and fifth root. That is what we write. And if we are having a is to the power, say 2 over 3, so this will remain same, a square, and this number will be the third root of it. So the first rule, a is to the power 1 over m is mth root of a. A is to the power n over m means a is to the power n. This number will come as it is inside the bracket, and this is the root. Third root, fourth or fifth, here is the mth root. A is to the power minus m is 1 over a to the power m. This minus sign will change only 1 over. Don't do a mistake of writing, if it is a is to the power minus 2, you write it minus 2 over a. A is to the power minus 1 is 1 over a, but a to the power minus 2 is still 1 over a square. Only negative sign will change. And a to the power 0, anything raised to the power 0 is 0, is 1. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Now let's move to the exercise. So this is exercise 1D based on the indices. The first question is x cube divide x to the power minus 2. X cube divide by x to the power minus 2. You know that when division sign is there, we put another sign of negative here. So x to the power 3 and minus 2 is there. If it is multiplication, we add. But this is a subtraction. So minus 2. So what we'll be having? This will be having x to the power 3 plus 2. So that is x to the power 5. Part B is x to the power 5 divide x to the power 7. Because of this division sign, x to the power 5 and 7. And for this division, we'll be having minus. So that is x to the power minus 2. You can also write this answer right, because this is a minus 2 using the last rule. X to the power minus 1 is 1 over x. So it is 1 over x square. Part C is x to the power, I think I can see it's 3 over 2. I don't know exactly. It is 5 over 2 or 3 over 2. Multiply x to the power 5 over 2. So this will be x to the power. We have to add 3 over 2 plus 5 over 2. So we'll be having x to the power 5 and 3, 8 over 2, that is 4. We do part E. X to the power 3 bracket 5 over 3. So when one number is inside the bracket, one is outside the bracket, we multiply. So x to the power 3 multiply 5 over 3. And we know that this 3 and 3 will cancel. So the answer will be x to the power 5. When I was doing this question F and K, the electricity was there, but my recorder was not on. So instead of doing it again, I'm just explaining you here. We have a question F, 3x to the power 0.5 multiply 4x to the power minus 0.5. So first thing we are going to do is, we are going to multiply the numbers. So here 3 and 4. So we multiply 3 and 4. This is 12. Now what we are going to do is that this power 0.5 and this we are going to write here. There is a multiplication sign, so plus and minus is minus. So it will become x to the power 0.5 minus 0.5, that is 0. So this is 12x to the power 0. So answer is just 12. Now part K. K is square root of x power 3. Now this is written as x to the power 3 over 2. And this is x to the power 4 and 3 is outside. So it is written as 4 over 3. Base is same x. So we have to add these powers, 3 over 2 plus 4 over 3. So that is x to the power 17 over 6. Now question number 2. These are the most important question, and in your examination you will definitely find this kind of a questions. One thing you try to understand, this is 81, this is 27, this is 25 over 16, 343 over 50, 1296. These kind of questions you will never never get a question like this. For example, 25 over 16. You will never get a question like 24 over 17 to the power 3 over 2. You will never get. These are either the square of a number, cube of a number, fourth power of a number, or fifth power. All these numbers. You cannot find a question like this 80 is to the power 1 over 2. Because there is no number whose square is 80. There is a number whose square is 81, that is 9. That's how these questions are made. So for you to have a mastery over this kind of a question, you must know what is 2 square, 2 cube, 2 is to the power 4, 2 is to the power 5, up to 2 is to the power 10. You should also know 1 square up to 20 square, 1 cube, 2 cube up to this we have already done. That is 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube up to 10 cube, and 4 and 5. At least you should know 4 is to the power 2, 4 is to the power 3, 4 is to the power 4, 4 is to the power 5. For example, somebody asks you 4 is to the power 3, that is 64. 5 is to the power 4, it is 625. So this kind of a number you will get here. All this, you will not get any number say 600. So let's start and doing this question. Question number 2, part A. I don't know, it is 25 to the power 1 over 2 or what. Let's take this question. That is 81 power 3 over 2. So in this question, you have to start from here, this number. What is a number? What is a number? When we square, we get 81. So you know that 9 is a number. When you square 9, you get 81. So instead of 81, I'm going to write 9 is to the power 2 and 3 over 2. We know that when we remove the brackets, we multiply the powers. So it is 9 is to the power 2 multiply 3 over 2. And you know that we can cancel this number. So what we will be having, 9 is to the power 3. And that will be equal to 81 times 9. So that is 729. So that is the answer of this question. Let's move to 4 is to the power minus 2. That is part D. 4 is to the power minus 2. For this minus, we write 1 over 4 square. For this minus, as I told you earlier, this means 1 over. It makes a reciprocal. So that is equal to 1 over 16. Now we have this question, that is 3 over 4 is to the power 0. So anything power 0 is 1. We have this question, 6 over 5 to the power minus 1. So 6 over 5, its reciprocal, it will become 5 over 6. Let's do question number F. Minus 5 is to the power minus 3. First, because of this minus, the whole set is going to be a reciprocal. It will remain same, but what it will happen, it will be 1 over minus 5 to the power 3. Nothing is going to happen to this minus 5. Let it be like this. So this question will be 1 over negative 125. So that is the answer of this question. You can try and solve this question. Let me do part L for you. The question is 343 over 512 is to the power minus 2 over 3. Now the first thing we are going to do is this minus. This minus is going to make it whole a reciprocal. So I can write this number as 512 over 343 to the power 2 over 3. So this negative in the power has made this one numerator as a denominator and denominator as a numerator. This will come here and this will go there because of this negative sign. Now, as I told you earlier, our main point is this 3. Is there any number when we cube we get 512? Is there any number when we cube it we get 343? You can use your calculator to find the third root of 512, or if you remember, I told you you must know the square of first 20 numbers, the cube of first 10 numbers. So if you know the cube of first 10 numbers, it will help you. You know that 7 to the power 3 is 343, and you know that 8 to the power 3 is 512. So instead of 512, I can write 8 over 7 cube, and I can multiply it by 2 over 3. This one I have written 8 over 7 cube. Now this 3 and 3 cancel, so it will be 8 square is 64 and 7 square is 49. Now third type of questions are simplify. A part is 64, that is 64 x to the power 10, and the whole of this power half. So what will happen is, this is a number and this is an unknown number. There are two types of numbers here. So this thing will break exactly, the power half and power half will be here. So we are going to write 64 is to the power half and x to the power 10 is to the power half. We have divided it into two parts. Now same thing, what number, concentrate to what number when we square we get 64? You know that 8 is the answer. So this one will be 8 square and half, and this will be x to the power 10 and 1 over 2. Now we remove the bracket, so 8 will become 2 multiply 1 over 2, and x will become 10 and multiply by half. This 2 and 2 cancel, so it will be 8, and this x half of 10 is 5. So this is the answer of part first. Now let's do part B. Question number 3, part B. So this is 5x to the power 3. You can take the common, but I am dividing it, and doing it that way. You can do by taking common even, or you can just write over x to the power 3. This is x to the power 5 minus 2x square over x to the power 5. Now here you see this 5 is there, this 5 is there, is confusing. You only consider the terms having x in it. Only this one, and here only this one. So how you are going to write it? This 5 is already there. This is x to the power 3 minus 5 minus this is 2 x to the power 2 minus 5. This minus has nothing to do with the negative in the power. So this one will become 5x to the power minus 2 minus 2x to the power minus 3. So you can write it as 5 over x square minus 2 over x cube. You can write this as your answer. Let's do part G. So we are doing question number 3, part G. This is 9x square minus 15x to the power 5, and the denominator is 3x cube. So I can write denominator here 3x cube and 3x cube. This I can cancel. 3 times 3 is 9. So this is 3. X to the power 2. This is divided. So I can write minus 3. Minus 3 times 5 is 15. I can write 5. X to the power. This is 5. And minus 3. So this is 3x to the power minus 1 minus 5x square. You can leave your answer here. You can write 3 over x minus 5x square. So that's all for the question number 3. Now we have 2 questions which is examinable questions. You will get this kind of a questions. So let's do one question. I'm doing the 4th one, you do 5th one. Question number 4. A part. Find the value of 81 is to the power. I'm still not getting what is this. 81 is to the power. What is this? 3 over 4. Let's say 3 over 4. Now as I told you, this 4 is the what number? When we multiply that number 4 times, we get 81. We know that 3. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27 times 3 is 81. So I can write this 81 as 3 is to the power 4 multiply 3 over 4. This cancel. This is 3 is to the power 3, so that is 27. And second part it is saying is x then 2 x to the power minus 1 over 3 power 4. So I can write this one as x 2 is to the power 4 x to the power minus 1 multiply 4 is 4 over 3, and these all are multiplied by x. There is no positive sign here, it's multiplication, so this x is going to multiply by this only once. If I say 2 multiply 3 multiply 4, you are not going to multiply 2 multiply 3 and 2 multiply by 4. You only multiply 2 by 3, because first you multiply this thing, and so this is going to be x to the power 2, and this is x to the power minus 4 over 3. When we multiply, we add the power and there's a negative sign, and 2 is to the power 4 is, so that is 2 is to the power 4 is 16, and x to the power, this is 6 minus 4, so that is 2 over 3. Check yourself the calculation, check the answer if it is correct. If not there, you try to find out where it is. So I will send you the homework from this exercise, maybe 1 or 2 questions. You try. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like it so that I know that you have seen my video, and this video is especially for Form 5 students of Kisumu Senior Academy. So I want you to watch this complete video and like it. Thank you very much.